everyone, to another episode of AIME's Grow and Get It. I'm Tom Ahles, President of Growth with AIME, and today I'm going to be talking to you about customizing your workday for yourself and team with Elena Boland, Senior Loan Officer at Wholesale Mortgage Services. So, Elena, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. Good to see you.
Likewise. The one thing I didn't get, where are you located? What
I'm
state?
I'm in Nevada, just Nevada. I stick to one state because this one's hard enough.
Man, I'll tell you what, they make it hard in Nevada to get licensed. We've been waiting for quite some time, and man, they make it difficult. So I think you guys got a good brokers right now that are there, have
Yeah,
a lockdown, in my opinion, on
right.
a lot of the business to where it should be like hungry, hungry hippos. And you guys should be out there just dominating.
Right. It's very different. We do get a lot of calls asking why and isn't there a way around it, et cetera. But as you know, there's not. So
No,
um,
there
I'm,
isn't.
I'm
And they're
always
wicked
available.
slow, which I don't get. It's like, yeah, do they need more funding? Are the casinos not making enough money? Like, let's get some
You,
small business going there.
you know what it is? In the big crash that happened, a decade ago now, Nevada had the highest foreclosure rate in the nation. And so
Yes.
that really scared the regulators into wanting to button things down, and they've kept it that way, and they're not budging still. So maybe in the
Yeah.
future.
Definitely off topic for Grow and Get It, but at
Right.
the same time, brokers like myself and those watching, at least if you're not in Nevada and you ever plan on it, start
Mhm.
now because the licensing process takes about a year. It takes
Exactly.
takes some time, but
Mhm.
thank you for being here. You've always been a influential member, not only in our community. I see you're representing the Women's Mortgage Network.
Not too the original.
Yes, which I know that you play just a big role in being a professional in supporting not only women in business, but even other, male mortgage doesn't make a
Right.
difference. You're a quality individual. We're thankful to have you as part of our membership here at AIME. And today we want to talk a little bit about your business, things that you're doing to really, one, as we mentioned, Nevada's a really busy place. If you're a loan officer there, right, you're closing a lot of business. And I don't
Mhm.
think you've had the effect so much of the slowdown as maybe others have. With that being said, how do you balance your schedule to benefit both your family and your team during not only these busy times, but when the times get busier? I think you have a really great process, and we'd love to
Mhm.
hear about it.
Well, I just think it's super important to analyze your day, which is really hard. You got to put yourself under the microscope and write down for 3, 4, 5 days, however many days you can really execute on what you're doing every hour. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? And you'll notice there are days where you killed it, you felt great, and you got a lot done. And there's days where you didn't. So you just have to kind of examine, what did you do that day when you felt good? How did you feel? Did you feel tired by 7 p.m., etc.? And you have to just look at it. I got 8 hours sleep. I worked out by 9 a.m. I spent 30 minutes having breakfast with my kids and talking to them. I checked my email, I checked my calendar. I was ready for the day, going strong. So you just have to prepare and be the most efficient with your time, because if you look at the demographic for loan officers, our average age is 44. So most of us have a family and we have children. So you have to be super efficient with your time, because you not only have your family relying on you, but if you're a loan officer and you're producing, you have your team that's relying on you. So if you're going to work and you're watching YouTube videos, you got to nix that and get to business. And it's tough because, if you're a loan officer, you have some freedom for the most part. We are sales oriented, but with that freedom, unfortunately, some people can't manage it well, and you've got to remind yourself to button it up, especially when things slow down. It's a good opportunity to re-examine things like that, and that way it helps you going forward when things get busy again, because it's not an if, it's a when.
Yeah. So I know for me, like I always have two pads of paper on my desk. One is my list of things that I need to get done, and the other are things that I'm doing that I know that I could have somebody else be doing, right? And so I know that's one of the things that have helped. Now, when you say looking at, your activities through a magnifying glass in a sense,
Mhm.
um, how do you organize like all of those tasks and with your internal team so every individual feels their needs are met and, your own inspection of it? Like tell me how you do that. I just shared, like for me, I just write it on a piece of paper and really look at it. I know, and not to keep rambling on this, but I know like even I watched a UWM sales rally and he was talking about the LO said that they didn't have time to do something, right? And he said, all right, do me a favor, go on your phone and under the timelines, tell me. And like, I think the one kid was younger, so it was like 3 hours on TikTok. The other was,
Mhm.
like you mentioned, YouTube, whatever the case is. How do you identify that in your business to like, look at it and then obviously meet the needs not only of your clients, but your team members?
Transparency and accountability. And you create those by putting your digital calendar together. Like for us, we're hosted through G Suite, and I give my whole team access to my calendar so they can always see what I'm doing, because we have a saying around here. It's called, if I'm not selling, you're yelling, right? So they know if I'm, getting my nails done, which I don't do, um, I'm not getting a loan for them. That's
Yeah.
not fair, right? So I definitely moved my schedule around. Like for me, my weekends are my Super Bowl. I'm on and ready because I steal loans from call center loan officers who are not working on the weekend every single weekend.
Yeah.
But I take Wednesdays off, and my team totally supports that because they know on the weekends I'm out there hustling and working open houses and taking, files that, they're not there for, but I'm prepping. And I just try to be very different in that way by, my transparency created through them. And it really helps them, feel involved and stay involved. And then I don't just, just do that. I also really do my best to just ask them questions about themselves all the time. Like I know I'm very close with them. You got to hire people that you want to spend your life with. You have to think about that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the truth.
Yeah, and so it shouldn't just be a one way, all about you all the time conversation. You have to ask them what's going on with their family. And I know that seems easy, but it's not. So if you get to know them, stalk their social media. Where do they live? What's their commute like to the office? Who's their family? And we do just one 15 minutes per team member per month. I just bring them into my office and just give them special attention. And sometimes it's all about work, and sometimes it's all personal. It just depends
Yeah.
on what they need right then. And once a month is not that much, but it makes them really feel like they have a safe place to say anything that they need to say outside of a group atmosphere. And it's been really helpful to find their strengths and their weaknesses and help, I don't know if exploit is the word, but best use their strengths.
Yes. Yes.
And it makes them feel good when you plug them into the right place. Like I have a team member who is amazing with all of her file tasks, not real good on the phone with clients. So she just only deals, with underwriting and title. And I have another team member who just makes clients feel like they're the most important thing in the world, but she's not real organized with, underwriting tasks. So we
Yeah.
move things around, and you just have to make decisions quickly. And it really helps drive their confidence through the roof when they start doing things that they're good at and they start doing them efficiently. That makes them feel wonderful. And that's your job as the leader to keep doing every day.
Wow, that's really good. I think that zero question why you're successful in the relationship business, right? To me, a successful, self-generated loan officer like yourself, it's all about relationships. When you take that, even out on the streets, like you're doing on the weekends with open houses, everything else, but even when you do it internally with your team, relationships take time, and it's not okay. Great, Sally works for me and she's getting her job done and that's it. No, exactly like you said, it makes a big difference when you invest the time, even 15 minutes. I think this is a great idea. And I would say for me, the main reason why I love doing these is I always get something that I get to take and implement. And that's one of them I'm definitely going to do. Is it resonated with me and made a lot of sense. So Elena, I really appreciate you being here today. I appreciate everything that you do for AIME. Really excited. This will probably air right after National Mortgage Broker Day, so I'm excited for that. And thank you again. Thank you to everyone who tuned in. If you would like to hear some more episodes on maybe a tip or trick or something like Elena saying with organization, or really a lot of the stuff she mentioned too is culture, the culture within her organization to not only care about the team members, but making a conscious effort to manage that. tune into those past episodes. They're on our YouTube channel at AIME National. We'll be here every Monday, noon Eastern, in the Brokers Are Better group. Hope everyone has an amazing week. Elena, I know I will look forward to seeing you at Fuse this year. That's approaching here before you know it, even though I hate to admit it because that means it's getting cold in Minnesota. But we're getting close. So hope everyone has an amazing Monday. Elena, thank you again for your time. Everybody, I hope you go out and grow and get it.
Thank you.